Alright, YouTube as an instructional delivery method. Welcome and virtual cookies to my virtual attendees. Those of you who join me in person for sessions will get real cookies, but our virtual attendees get virtual cookies. If you're not familiar with YouTube, YouTube is one of the world's largest repositories of videos. It's an excellent resource. There are videos that contain source material for your students to explore learning materials even further. So it's not just the database of cats playing pianos. 48 hours of new video are uploaded to YouTube every single minute. Okay, how and why to use videos in your courses. Videos are important. Videos in the 21st century are expected by students. Online students want video to be incorporated into their classes, and they expect it to be there. It's multimodal. Students are able to hear video, see video, read the transcripts, interact in a lot of cases with the material, slow it down, speed it up. YouTube provides a lot of opportunity for students to really explore the material in depth, not just consume it on screen. Some of the best ways you can use video in your courses are for an introductory video. That shows students that you are a real person. It humanizes you in the course. It lets them know this is not a robo course, that there is an actual person on the other side of that screen who is there for them to support them throughout their progress in the course. It's great for illustrating complex concepts. If you're a math instructor or a biology instructor, it's difficult to describe things without demonstrating them a lot of times, and there are a lot of great videos already out there on YouTube which do a fantastic job of illustrating these concepts, made by professionals. If you don't feel like, making video on your own is something that you really want to spend a lot of time working on, you want to focus on content, there's great videos already out there. If you want to make your own videos to specifically describe something or to specifically illustrate to your students the concept that you're trying to have them learn, you can make your own videos to illustrate those very complex concepts where they need that visual. They're great for feedback. Video is excellent for feedback because a lot of times we talk about netiquette in our online courses and how we need to be careful about what we say and very thoughtful in how we communicate in a written form, because students don't get that vocal inflection, they don't get the body language that accompanies face-to-face interaction. So video feedback is fantastic for that, especially if you have something that you feel might get misconstrued by the student, or if you have a student who's who maybe has particularly felt disconnected from the course. The video is really good for feedback. Do keep in mind that short clips are best for students. There are a lot of great videos out there around the 10 to 12 minute mark. If you find a very good engaging video, feel free to go past that 5-minute mark. But if you're doing just sort of a talking head especially, you don't want that to be more than 5 minutes. If you're doing a walkthrough, 5 minutes is good. If it's a very complex concept that you're trying to illustrate, think about breaking it down into smaller pieces so that you're using it, so that you have several different segments so students can really digest each different portion before they move on to the next. So you might ask yourself, why would I use YouTube? Well, there are a few reasons to use YouTube versus any other service. First of all, there are 3 very easy ways to use YouTube in Blackboard. One is the video mashup tool, which is available for you and students, and that's for public videos on YouTube. So that's if you find something while you're out there surfing on YouTube, you would use the YouTube mashup function. The video Everywhere feature gives you 2 different options. One is to record directly from your webcam at that moment, and that's where that video feedback and the welcome introduction can really be effective, is using that Video Everywhere tool. The third way Video Everywhere helps you is to add videos from your account. So if you've previously made a PowerPoint presentation that you've turned into a video file and uploaded it to your YouTube account, or you've already done the illustration of the concepts that you want students to learn semester after semester, and you have them in your YouTube account, you can use the Video Anywhere feature to access those. Some concerns with using YouTube. You do have to have an account to use your own videos. Now, if you're using public videos, like I said, there's tons of great stuff out there, and if you want to use those, you can absolutely do that without making a YouTube account. But if you want to make and produce your own videos, you'll need to have a YouTube account. The good news is if you have a Google account, a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account, you just have to activate your channel. There is a 15-minute limit on the length of videos that you upload to YouTube, and that's if you don't have your phone number in. A lot of people don't want to give Google their phone number. So if you don't have your phone number attached to your account, and that can be your office desk phone, your cell phone, your home phone, any phone that you have access to, because they will send a text to it or send a phone call to it with a 6-digit code that you have to put in to activate it. But if you put in that number, if you're comfortable with that, you can certainly go over that 15-minute limit. Again, if you have a longer video, it's really helpful if you break that up for students. Okay, in addition to the ease of using YouTube for your videos, which I have stated again because it is just really, really simple to add YouTube videos to your course, it is free. You can upload videos to YouTube for free. You can embed YouTube videos for free. You can edit YouTube videos for free. It's free, and as educators, we love free. The accessibility of YouTube is fantastic. There are 3 ways that YouTube is really accessible. First of all, the tools in Blackboard for YouTube are accessible to not only instructors, but also to students. YouTube also has captions, auto captions, that you can go in, of course, and then correct, but in my experience, they are very, very accurate. So they provide that accessibility for students, and then when students are accessing your videos that you've added the auto captions to, they can actually download all the captions as a transcript, because for some students they like having the text format so that they can go back and search key terms. The third way that it's really, really accessible is that it doesn't require a lot of weight on the system at your institution. It doesn't require your servers to house those videos. They're housed on YouTube. And also with embedded media in Blackboard, we can a lot of times see issues with students who are maybe on slower connections and they can't download a huge video file, or they can't get it to stream when it's embedded because that slows things down. YouTube makes it their business to make those videos work seamlessly, quickly, and at a high quality whenever possible. If students struggle with navigating in Blackboard or getting different files to download in Blackboard, they don't struggle with those same issues in YouTube. Students are on YouTube, they're watching cat videos, they might as well be watching something for your class. Okay, so one of the big concerns a lot of times that is raised for YouTube videos is actually something that is not a concern but a benefit of using YouTube, because you have a lot of control over the privacy settings. So public settings means anyone can view them. Out there surfing on YouTube, anyone can access that video. Searchable in YouTube, and it can be used with the Blackboard mashup feature, and if it's in your account, it can also be used with the Video Anywhere. So if it's a public video, you've set it to public, you can use it with either of those 2 functions. Now if it's, and I apologize, that should say unlisted, not private. If it is unlisted, then only someone with the link can use it. So people out there on YouTube looking at cat videos cannot find or search for or look at your video, but it can be used for your students in the Blackboard Video Anywhere feature. So That is really useful to instructors because you can still use it for your students, but it's not out there in the whole wide world if you don't want it to be. So by default, Video Everywhere is unlisted. So when you record directly into Blackboard, it comes up as unlisted. You can always go into YouTube and change those settings, make something private, and private, again, I apologize, this should say unlisted. Private is only accessible by the users you specifically determine. So you would have to actually have their YouTube login name and add them to that video. So it's not really a setting that's practical in a course, but the unlisted setting is. Okay, when you're using YouTube, some of the most important things to remember are being clear and consistent and complete on all of these areas. You want to have good naming conventions so that your videos are obvious. Their titles make it somewhat obvious as to what the content is for them. Tag list, that's just that if you search for a tag, it comes up. So auto tagging features. You want to have a consistent set list that you're going to constantly use. You're going to want to pay attention to your versioning and your timestamps if you're redoing videos. Then use the auto captions. All you have to do is go to captions, click the language, and YouTube will automatically generate those captions, but do use those for the accessibility. Playlist. You can create groups of videos just like you would a folder full of files on your computer. You can create a playlist. Again, be consistent and complete, because if you're going to tell your students all the Unit 1 videos are on this playlist and then some of them aren't, students are going to miss out on those. And if you have your video playlist Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and then all of a sudden Unit 4 doesn't have a playlist, that's not really great either. You just want to be consistent and complete every time on those. YouTube does have a fairly robust video editor. It has some enhancements that deal with the appearance. The stabilizer is especially helpful. Cool annotations, so you can add text to the screen and labels and callouts, and those can even be linked to websites or other videos. The video editor has all kinds of fancy stuff. You can put on special artistic effects and those sort of things. The important thing is, do not get overwhelmed. You don't have to use any of these features. You want to use the captions, but other than that, you don't have to use any of these features. The annotations are the labels and the notes that you can put on the screen with your recording, and those can be helpful, but they're pretty straightforward. Just don't get overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time. These are some great resources if you want to check them out. And as always, be awesome. You can do this. Adding video will enrich your courses and will provide your students with engaging ways to explore the material.